afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacaster. Me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Sight, Defender of the Fatherland, God Emperor of Mankind, Defender of the Faith. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Kholodny Ferma. In the east, it's Refero, fighting for King and Country, the Commonwealth. The 7th Armored Division, the Desert Rats, versus the west, it's VonIvan, fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the elite 12th SS Panzerdivision Hitlerjugend with Goliath double infantry versus a Royal Artillery here from Refero with double infantry and grenades. So both aiming there for a bit of explosives. Of course, how they proceed to deliver said explosives is obviously where the two sides differ. VonIvan prefers his explosives move on their own to a degree, and Refero prefers just throwing them very violently at the enemy. Triple section start there for Refero, double Volksgrenadiers and Sturmpioneers for VonIvan. A standard Oberkommando West opening there in most senses, not something that's going to require any books being rewritten on how to play Oberkommando West. Unless you got a really poorly written one by VonIvan. VonIvan's, lexically challenged younger brother. Well, lexically challenged, he's like 7 years old. Anyways, sections moving about there, Sturmpioneers going for the carve point. Triple sections out there for Refero. VonIvan going straight here for the juggler, looking to disrupt Refero, forcing response here to defend the carve point, and thus slowing down units for capture. In this case, he's essentially drawing in 2 sections while cutting it off there, and could possibly stall his opponent for at least some time, but of course denying him resources. Folks saying north-south, 3rd squad on the way there. VonIvan, of course, needs to be careful not to push his Sturmpioneers too far, otherwise you risk losing them. Vickers on the way there for Refero. Need to treat those Sturmpioneers soon. Running about there, bit of quiet back in VonIvan's space. Lost his Sturmpioneers in the early game, a significant blow to the Germans. Pretty good stuff there for Refero. I mean, wiping out the Sturmpioneers is really strong, in particular for the Brits, as they can cause a bit of problem there. In particular, this early in the game can also have, in some cases, a noticeable psychological effect on the player, throwing them off. I think VonIvan is sort of the more cool type there, so he's less likely to just, get his knickers in a twist or such, a minor setback. Still, rather than fortune lose the unit like that, still he's fighting as best as he can in 2 sections down to 1 man. So it's not doing all too poorly there for VonIvan. Still, he lost quite a bit there. He's going to have to probably replace them to at least help the repairs, unless he's planning mechanized into what he wants, in which case the repair pioneers can cover it there. Though he will lack the ability to lay down mines, so that could prove to be a bit of a hassle there for VonIvan. Still, triple sections, Vickers machine gun there for Refero. The Vickers machine gun was a World War I era machine gun, water-cooled, used in the trenches of Western Europe against the Germans there as well. Flares off here from VonIvan. Of course, that tells Refero very soon, aren't they, again, that VonIvan has gone for a watch. You can sort of begin making assumptions based off that. So that causes a nice bit of handy-dandy information there for Refero. Fortunately, moving in against the section. Oh, the machine gun there, routing it. Refero there pushes the machine, of course, to hit aggressively, tried to pull it back, but in this case, the VonIvan was upon it and rapidly sent it packing there. In the south section there, as his Fulton's advancing here, they got a trot on the way of VonIvan very early on, but still, could be mechanized, could be Battlefield headquarters. Both could easily work out here for VonIvan. As for Refero, we got tech up there, sappers most likely, but I also imagine, an AC down the road here, since of course he may be anticipating a mechanized rig, in which case he wants the AC ready to put a stop to anything there. VonIvan going for Goliath to blow up any Tommies, and for that matter, anything they might have on them. Point there being secured, putting northwards here so far. Refero is finding himself a bit on the defensive versus VonIvan and the 12th SS, and he gets the section up here, returning the favour there to Refero. Nicely done there by VonIvan, displaying an aggressive mindset. Baker's here caught in a bit of a bad spot, still should have chances to press the Volksgrenadiers, and there you go, quickly cutting down Jürgen, and Hans quickly following, there you go. Brandhand grenade off in the Vickers, scorching them up here, grabbing the southern point, flares off, going for the centre point here. Back here, we'll have to see what Refero goes for next. And losing a section in on for the British, of course, is also quite the headache. So, both players have received a few setbacks, ensuring now they're playing accents, get too far ahead. But so far, for now, those playing his forces very, very aggressively, and so far with few problems here against the Refero. Going for replacement Stern Pioneers first. Mechanized regiment at the same time is also going up there for VonIvan. Despite going to the Mechanized regiment and theoretically being able to rely just on the repair pioneers for repairs, he does want Stern Pioneers, which of course indicate he's worried about mines and also wants mines down. Or maybe either or. Well, there could be some other fiendish purpose there behind VonIvan's move. Alright, we'll have to see what Refero goes for next. He's definitely he's going to go for the armoured car. I mean, it's pretty good versus the infantry on its own as well, but of course it really excels versus light vehicles. But no, first goes for the section, then probably the AC Mark III. I'll wait. More infantry, of course, is very good, very necessary, in fact, for Refero. In particular, there's an Oberkommandos player with a lot of infantry. Not having sufficient infantry there could be a problem. Needs to connect all of his territory there, noting by the way, VonIvan's getting a lot of fuel thanks to that move. Very aggressive, very flexible place there by VonIvan. Goliath hiding about here, ready to blow about any Tommies that go about a bit too carelessly. Lots of flares popping off there. And there you go, the AC. No, he cancels it in for an AC Mark III. Interesting. Interesting. Well, he'll probably go for more sections down the road. For now, they're going for the looks. I mean, it's probably good, the best he went for the ACs. And again, for now, we'll soon be hitting with his own light tank, in which case the AC is going to be the best choice and just dealing with that. Vegas needs to retreat, not exactly good position to be as a unit heavy caliber, then you're only in light caliber, even as a heavy machine gun. And even as the Vickers, which is probably sort of the early machine guns, the one that does the most damage. Section now following up the Refero, just wanted the AC up first, which again makes a lot of sense versus the Oberkommando West. Sandbags up here in the center, AC Mark III out. Goes back here for healing and reinforcements. Mines down in the fuel point as well, and that is likely again why he might go on for them. So far no minesweepers, though that could very quickly happen there for VonIvan. AC Mark III setting out there with a 75mm gun. The Mark II had a 6-pounder gun, and the Mark I, I believe, had a 30mm gun, or I might be wrong, a 2-pounder gun. Little fun note there. Stern Pioneers versus in the open, there you go. No, he cancels it in time there, and the looks for a Puma since it counted the AC, since obviously looks versus AC. That's very much favoured for the AC, and there you go. He snipes 2 Stern Pioneers easy again. It's not amazing versus infantry, but it's, you know, pretty good. Pretty good. Which is only something to keep in mind about the AC. It's essentially sort of a light medium tank in some ways in the game. Despite turning to be an armoured car, it's a pretty tough one. I mean, the actual one was basically based off a bits of different heavy tanks from the British side, that is the Valentine and Matilda. And thusly it was actually one of the heaviest armoured cars in the war. The Puma out there for VonIvan, also got a second Goliath out there, ready to further obliterate any British infantry that might get in its way. Northern Link point being secured there, noting it's now a lead here for Refero. They'll have a tiny Puma moving in there with its 50mm gun. Gonna pursue that AC Mark III, shoots, misses. There you go, nice hit from AC now. There you go, he outmaneuvers the Puma there, could catch VonIvan in a bad spot here. Whoops, bit of lag there, my apologies, motion off. And there we go, we could see VonIvan here, punish for getting a bit too greedy here versus Refero's AC, and there you go, Puma is kaput. A definite win there for Refero in the early mid-game. Destroying an armoured car, or keeping his own alive. And VonIvan is now actually going for the looks, which is a curious choice considering the circumstances. I mean, he's lost his Puma. What does he expect the looks to achieve? Maybe it was a misclick. Either way, Molten placement up here. First entry now for Refero to help deal with infantry. AC they're heavily damaged, but still it's done its part. It's taken out a bloody Puma. That is a pretty big win there. I mean, it's the AC at this stage has already earned itself in, and any kills they're now doing is just, you know, extra win. It's pure gravy. So of course, the better that VonIvan can put a stop to that one, the better. There you go, though. He might be able to get some inches with the Goliath. If Refero's not paying attention, the Goliath can basically swoop in here and blow them to bits. There you go. That's where Refero realised it. No, he doesn't. Not in time, anyways. And pop goes the weasel. Ever so violently. Costing Refero another section. Gaining a measure of vengeance for the loss of the Puma. Note, by the way, there was actually a bigger version of the Goliath that was known as the Borgward 4B, though. Why they went from Goliath to Borgward 4B, I don't know. Either way, though, it was actually so big, it was actually initially driven by crews to the front line to a certain point, at which point someone else would go to radio control the front line. Even more fun fact, those Borgward 4B, some were converted to be tank destroyers for the final days of the war. Without, I imagine, all the explosions in them. Though lots of pantry strikes on the other hand. Little fun note there. Another section away there for Refero to make up for the increasingly large casualties he's suffering here against VonIvan. He's going to need that AC back fast, and sadly it's in dire need of repairs here. So right now VonIvan's got a bit of free reign there with the Lux. Mortar firing down here from the mortar emplacements. There we go, AC being repaired. Up north, point is secured there. We got 459 with 347. Refero's got an RC there for VonIvan and the 12th SS, Hitlerjugend, so named because its recruits, at least initially, were exclusively drawn from the Hitlerjugend. Fun fact. Though I imagine as the war went on, they of course would have struggled with that and would have begun drawing them from whatever other sources they could. Furthermore, the division was based around a cadre of veteran officers and NCOs from the 1st SS Panzerdivision Leibstandarte. Section M as Sturmpioneers. Note, by the way, that was a common move for the German army to establish new divisions when they actually had those veteran cadres available. Holy smokes, all guns to the section for squat there with the mortar, but basically that way being able to more easily just build up a recently, well-set division by having that core of experienced officers and NCOs, provide that way further experience to the rest of the recruits and, keep things going smoothly. Looks moving about in the centre, heading northwards to the section there, very good. Still, Refero somewhat on the defensive against VonIvan. Of course, he keeps up with rapid aggression. Of course, the threat of really big explosive things to keep Refero a bit more on the defense. In that regard, the Goliath certainly serve another purpose besides just blowing up Refero's troops. It keeps sort of psychological pressure on him and Refero, which causes him most likely to play, as we can see here, more defensively. He's less likely just to rush in because he risks his stuff getting blown to bits. That is likely keeping, I think, Refero just a bit more cautious. So, in that regard, the Goliaths do serve, two purposes, possibly even more. And to take away the Refero is obviously worried about VonIvan being able to bring out, something bigger. But meanwhile, VonIvan is just getting a lot of Goliaths. That is his 4th Goliath in total, of course, 3rd on the field now. And we got a Valentine out here for Refero. It was known as an infantry tank, though it saw lots of other purposes. The one in this case, for example, command tank, they were used as artillery spotter tanks. They were also used as Lend-Lease for the rations. Well, Lend-Lease, the British didn't really do Lend-Lease, they just gave them to the rations. And I believe the rations kind of like them.
Supply line's been cut.
Training territory there. Up north, we've got the Valentine as the Volksgrenadiers. Routing them. Shot on the way that VonIvan is going to be taking up. Very good for VonIvan. Meanwhile, Refero's Valentine tank strikes fear into the heart of the German infantry. Somewhat. Panzerfaust, they're doing a bit of damage, but not enough to damage the engine here of the Valentine tank. Goliath hiding here. AC hanging back. Seems like he's waiting for the right time to strike. He doesn't, want to risk losing the AC too quickly, though. Why he's then thinking about Valentine like that is a bit of a question. Still maintaining a victory point lead here for VonIvan, of course, very good. Securing the centre victory point with the Volksgrenadiers. Noting we're up to now 5 Volksgrenadier squads for now, and that is a lot of infantry. Definitely the slightly more aggressive edge of things. So even then, the Sturmpioneer is putting a total of 6. So for now, he's getting very bold, but it does also mean he has a lot of ability to just push the terrain against Refero. And certainly having a lot of infantry, while again can be tricky to manage, also gives you a lot of, shall we say, strength and flexibility in a lot of ways, as long as you don't handle them incorrectly, just begin bleeding yourself out. But he's about to lose the mortar emplacement. He's not careful. There you go, Bracy, but he still needs to fix it up here. Damage to Indian Valentine, trying to deal with the Volksgrenadiers there by the munitions point. Sees in the north, you have punted quarters up here to cover the calf point and the fuel point at the same time. Very nice. Goliath up here seemingly was dealt with by Refero this time. He's starting to get a bit more cautious. I mean, it also means he's more likely to spot them, but it also means he's likely less aggressive in pacing. There you go. Note here what he's doing. He's moving up the Goliath to try and get up on the retreat path of the section. Hoping to catch them there. Very good play there by VonIvan. Another way to try and catch Refero off guard and punish him. Fear no, not being German. There we go, section wiped. Lesson number 2, don't send your sections in alone with exposed retreat paths. So end of the last lesson by VonIvan. So that is 2 sections down to 2 Goliaths. That is pretty good. I mean, he's obviously lost one here as well, but you know, that's overall still pretty good, considering they caused 100 munitions. There you go, fixing up the mortar and placement, more sappers, another section away there for Refero. Valentine almost fixed up, AC hanging back. VonIvan is lining up for another glorious assault for the German army here. AC versus the Volksgrenadiers in the centre. Machine gun hammering away, mortars hammering away. Looks like Refero's finally found some action there. And he's pushing out against the dastardly Huns. OKW on the way there for VonIvan. Bit of anti-tank weaponry. He's still some time off from any armour of his own. Wherever he goes for the Panzer IV, the Panther. Oh, Sapper's wiped in the centre. Refero wasn't paying attention there. Another nice wipe there for VonIvan. He's actually been getting a lot of wipes on Refero. A lot of them, though. So far, Refero is certainly not showing any signs it's really making a massive impact here against him. Certainly highlighting how the British can be a bit more robust in that sense if you handle them correctly. Another section down. Refero is just being exsanguinated here by VonIvan. Refero definitely needs to show I'm not a bit. I mean, those are some serious losses beginning to suffer here. Those are some very serious losses. I mean, get a wipe, that'd be good. That'd certainly help compensate a bit for some of the losses he's suffering. But right now, he's been losing a lot of infantry. It's starting to get a bit worrisome there, though he could also begin taking out the move for armour, but we got a 6-pounder gun on the way again. You're certainly worried about the tanks, which is certainly a good worry to have, but I think you should also worry about not losing so much infantry all the time. Knowing that VonIvan is yet to upgrade enemy squads with assault rifles, he's likely, of course, using all the munitions on Goliaths. Looks like one he almost got taken out, but was pulled back safely. Balance is almost getting a wipe. Can he get the wipe there on VonIvan's Volksgrenadier squad? Can he finish it off? Can he get the kill? Can he avenge at least some of his men? So far, the answer seems to be a resounding no. Sappers away there. 6-pounder gun is now ready though. Veteran 2 on the mortars and placement. Nice work there for Refero. Big push here by VonIvan underway. Lots of Volksgrenadier, Sturmpanzer, Goliath. Other squad hitting Salford's. Not far off from Panzer IV though. Of course, you could go for the Panther. Or theoretically, VonIvan could get really bold and try and stall for the King Tiger, though that would definitely give Refero a good chance to maybe get back into this. Oh wait, replacing the continuous gaps in his infantry forces. Refero is doing his best there. More mines, really good. More hiccups from me. Bit of branch just flying on its own. Twirling away. Twirling, twirling, twirling. Up north, the mortify against the position here, able to catch whatever's grabbing it. Panther on the way, the VonIvan, very good, very good. Refero's yet to take up. Of course, the Valentine AC and the 6-pounder gun should have a decent chance of having the Panther IV head on assault versus the Vickers, though it's not providing the assaults here. That VonIvan had hoped, and in many instead are getting caught and gunned down here. Nicely by the Vickers machine gun. He obviously needs to fall back, and there you go. Squad's going to pull back. Up north push here for the point here. That's going to catch the curtain about that one. Luke's hanging back there. He's bound something up to do with that. In the south, AC remaining in reserve position. Centre victory point almost ceased here. 309 versus 396. Panzer IV is halfway done for VonIvan. Refero there is still not taking out. Oh! Goliath takes out the Valentine tank. I mean, he's gotten 3 kills, total kills, with the Goliaths now. That's actually pretty damn impressive. You generally don't see that many. Now the Valentine called in, of course this also slows down tech and into the bigger armour, but Refero obviously values having the Valentine tank out more than more tanks in the long run. And for all those ready, we got smoke screen down here to obscure, allowing you to push for the point here. Fulton is rounded. Panzer IV moving ahead here for the German army. No pin machine being added. They'll add that soon. So that's help a bunch versus infantry. Retreat from the north as the Panzer IV's in hot pursuit here. We got a few mounts down there from Refero as well. The VonIvan's Panzer IV definitely dodges that. Most of the kills doesn't know they're there. Pushing the south, they see we need to sort of help, shore things up. Then he's going to bring up more reinforcements, but at the same time, he has to worry about the Panzer IV. So this is becoming a bit more trickier, and he may have to rely on the mortar emplacement a bit here until he can somehow pull in something else. Panzer IV racing back. Valentine moving in. Note the path he's taking, so it doesn't get caught up by anything there. He's trying to do with the Fulton grenadiers. Panzer moving through the centre. 6-pounder gun is being pulled up. AC is hanging back. Another Goliath here for VonIvan. More firing down the Fulton grenadiers, slowly threatening to wipe them all out. Machine gun needs to retreat. Actually, shame here for Refero to lose his veteran machine gun crew, and could like he's gonna lose that, I think, unless he gets very lucky. Bit of a waste there by Refero, in particular since VonIvan's going to nab it and turn against Refero. Still not tech off Refero either. I will certainly say there's been Valentine strategies have become much more common with the British as of late, certainly, though, as always, relying on calling strategies like this can have issues long term, because again, it does prevent you usually to get too caught up in actually bring up more medium armor that way, in the long term having a better advantage. That's sort of the possible major threat here for Refero, since right now VonIvan's having no issue bringing up tanks. Refero, I think, also needs to change up his tactics. He's, I think, playing it a bit too passive, and obviously it's the British, sort of the slower late game faction, but as it currently stands, he's, I think, conceding too much initiative at the time to VonIvan, who's just more easily just able to, do whatever he wants and, of course, prepare stuff. And what is this? What is this? Hello, hello. We've got the Sexton self-propelled artillery piece out there for Refero. We do not see that one a lot. There it is, equipped with a 25-pounder gun. I believe it was based off the RAM or something else. Can't quite remember what. So the British had a lot of tank projects going. Some of them we just used for this stuff. Was it actually a Canadian thing? Anyways, but basically the British version of the Priest, if you will.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Was it a Sherman? Oh, I can't ever remember. Oh, we need to be bombarding here, and there you go. Lots of German infantry lining up here, section doing what they can. Fulton squad almost taken out. So firing down there, close landing on the Panzer IV, mortar firing down as well here. Direct hit on Kholodny, almost takes that grenade off as well. There, so we got grenades on that for Refero as well. He's likely going to try and see through the Kholodny. Oh, he grabs at the saps, but loses the entire sapper section, still gets wiped out there. Not good there for Refero. Things perhaps happening a bit too fast here. Section running ahead, 6-pounder gun crawling forward here for Refero. And Kholodny ends up being destroyed anyway. So that's just a waste of a sapper section there for Refero. Still. Getting Kholodny is not entirely bad there for Refero. Of course, losing the sapper section, the process was less than good. In the south, the troops routed. Back here, troops reinforcing. Loads of munitions here for Refero. They see near repairs, and Refero really needs to consider taking up there, and of course, not getting his men constantly murdered. But again, he's still in this. He still has a victory point lead, and part of course he's sacrificing a lot of men, but he's definitely highlighting just how dangerous the British can be. There we go, landing some hits with that AC. 10 kills, not bad at all. 11 kills. More firing down there, threatening to wipe out the Fultons any moment. More Goliaths there for VonIvan. Almost got the Priest ready to barrage again. More sappers for Refero. Still no tank, and there you go. Fulton in the score, almost annihilated. Big push, you need to retreat now. He could consider popping a grenade here to maybe, catch off some stuff, but yeah, ends up retreating. Popping a grenade could risk taking too long. Panther moving in there, taking hits here from the 6-pounder gun. Almost taking out. Goliath hanging about here. Need to be a bit careful. Of course, they'll shoot Refero be. Oh, Goliath spotted. But missed. Lucky there for VonIvan. He's afraid they're going up because it could be that VonIvan's hiding the Goliath around the corner here, in which case if he tries to pursue, he's going to get driven on and taken out. Panzer 4 down, he repairs here for VonIvan now. Sandbags in the centre. Armoured car being repaired, another try on there for VonIvan, so it looks like he's going to try and now go for the King Tiger. And another Goliath. He's going to have 4 Goliaths at the same time. He is definitely devoted to the cause of tiny explosive self-propelled things. Looks like he's going to use the section to try and blow up the infantry as they advance. In this case, bit too optimistic aiming protocol there. Shot a bit too far. Still not a bad idea there from Refero. A lot of firing down the Sturmpioniere. Because they're being blasted a bit. Saber's going to need to fix up the day of Valentine tank. Oh, God, wipe though. That's actually his first infantry wipe in some time there for Refero. But still, he got it. That's going to help a bit there. Another section away there for Refero. And he still needs to take out. In fact, he's gone on for so long without trying to get the company command post out. That is certainly something else. Meanwhile, VonIvan is by now more or less gotten every track up. Yep, there you go. Belgium headquarters going up. Another Goliath off. Don't think he actually got a wipe with that one for once. It's a bit of good fortune there for Refero. And the South Falconers on their own could risk being flanked over the Ace or the Valentine taken out. Though, of course, with this, he also now unlocks the Infantry, the Sexton barrage, which, by the way, means you can actually have the Sexton firing a lot more than just the one barrage you can fire. So, if Refero realizes this, you can actually get twice as many barrages out of the Sexton in one go. Little fun fact there. In this regard, it's very much like the artillery officer for the Wehrmacht. It has a similar ability, except of course for all artillery, at least most of the artillery. You can again just that way have the artillery pieces fire more than just well, twice as much as they can in just the same amount of time. But so far, no sign here of Refero realizing this, which is a bit interesting. You figure maybe consider that as an option. There you go. Units being taken up by artillery fire here. Sexton firing. There you go. Holy smokes! Sturmpani is wiped again. That is quite an impact. Valentine getting out the AC, moving in, but without the tank's going to be risky. Give us the Panzer 1 is down. Another squad almost wiped there. Refero certainly starting to hit really hard now against VonIvan, with his artillery really sort of having warmed up. And that could prove a bit dangerous here for VonIvan. Now the casualties are starting to hit home. Well, thankfully, Refero is still playing it somewhat passively, though he's starting to take up. This could certainly spell more problem here for VonIvan in the 12th SS. AC moving up, back up with the 6-pounder gun. Going for that Panzer 4 Goliath, hunting right here nice around the corner. "22 kills on the Valentine, nice work there. Panzer 4 with the damaged engine, 7 kills. VonIvan is not too far off from the King Tiger here. The Königstiger, the Tiger 2. Whatever you want to call it. Will he ever use the Concentrator Sexton badge? I've actually never seen anyone do that, because rarely will they get the Sexton, and then apparently rarely will they realise they have this ability, which is a bit of a shame. There goes shot fired. Sexton is almost good to go fire again. Goliath off. Almost took out the AC, but not quite. Nice artillery target there, potentially for the Sexton. Or the mortars, I guess. Oh, went for the Goliath and cancel it, then went for it again. Maybe VonIvan's getting a bit jittery here versus Refero. Moving up the section here a bit more aggressively. He obviously wants to decrease the scatter on it. Needs to be careful, of course, since it becomes really easy to target for the Panzer 4. But there we go. Nice hit from the 6-pounder gun on the Panzer 4, piercing the armor with ease. Second shot misses. 32 on the Panzer 4. Section is flying towards it, actually murdering several Fultz Grenadiers. VonIvan, I think, is not realising it, or at least not fast enough. And there you go, got lucky, shot went too far. Valentine going here for the looks in the centre. Another section up there for Refero. He is still taking severe infant losses versus VonIvan. Section versus the Panzer IV. Need to be careful about that. That could quickly get ugly there for the section. More fire raining down. Section there taking heavy losses from the Panzer IV. Crom on the way there for Refero. I mean, he's going to bring up more medium armour now, but for now it's not far off from a heavy tank. So Refero's going to need Fireflies, a lot more into tank gun. He's still kind of short on infantry. Close spectrum 3 there. Could concentrate his extra barrage on the machine gun here. He wanted to. Would be an idea. He's also got access to just regular concentration badges, which, by the way, you can see he's gone for Royal 2. He hasn't actually used a lot of the abilities. Is something worth considering as well there. Ooh, almost got the Panzer IV here. Ace Valentine tank as well. And there you go, Panzer IV down, but now the Königssieger has arrived. Achtung, schwerer Panzer. Cromwell out here, but Refero's going to find himself with a bit of a challenge here on the field now. Goliath hanging back. Generally not very often you get to see the section in general, and certainly, so, I mean, it's certainly got something going for it. Plus, there's many Goliaths. Wow. King Tiger moves straight through the centre here. Hoping that Refero's pointing his eyes too much in the south, which is exactly what he's doing to then make a push through here. Section caught with the King Tiger. Half of the unit gone in the blink of an eye. Oh no! Goliath! Oh, another section down! He's lost so many sections. He's absolutely horrific. And he's lost most of them, you know, to Goliaths. I think that's his third section that went down to a Goliath. And of course, there's still a Valentine tank. We got samples on the way there for Refero to help make up for the losses, I imagine. He's going to need something to deal with the King Tiger a bit more aggressively. There we go. Goliath spotted. We need to be careful with the sappers. Can't have them getting blown out. Mine standing to help defend the southern victory point. King Tiger versus Valentine. Definitely not a favourite match for the Valentine tank. He's not head on. Minesweeper's up there, troops reinforcing healing. We'll have to see if he goes to the Firefly next, but he's actually... Oh, he's not gone to a specialization there. Going up the AC, the Van Cromwell here. Shot bounce of the King Tiger, AC shoots, and actually sort of hopes to sort of immobilize it. Full setting the mine being pushed back there by the sappers. King Tiger actually almost down to half health here just from the AC and the 6 gun. Not bad, smoke screen down, troops moving up. And we got, what is this? We got For the Fatherland. Wow, you do not see that ability used ever? Really? He actually used it. And in the correct manner. I've seen some people use like thinking it's an offensive ability, but it's actually defensive. You can only use it when you're attached, at least when it works there. But he actually used it to defend, and now it's sort of turning a bit more offensive still. But you know, nice 6 gun wiped out. Artillery fire raining down here on the King Tiger, nearby surrounding troops. Morton plays a lot of trouble here. Big push here by VonIvan. Nice use of For the Fatherland to essentially create a springboard to first break the opponent's attack and then push through with minimal casualties. Nice work there. King Tiger, they're taking heavy damage here from the artillery and other measures here. That Refero is lobbing at him. Seizing the northern victory point as well, down to just 1 Goliath. King Tiger there, heavily damaged. 11 kills here on it. Still no use of concentration barrages though from Refero. Bit of a shame. King Tiger need repairs. Fun fact, the King Tiger was actually more mechanically reliable than the Panther, which is actually quite unreliable. And there's some cases I think like less than half the Panthers were actually at any point in time in some units actually combat ready because they had such a high breakdown rate. Fun fact.
Ready to bombard with the base howitzers. Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Firefly on the way there for effort to help deal with the King Tiger. Folks going to do saying northwards. Almost got that ready. Mine goes off there. AC in the repairs with 14 kills. Cromwell with 2. More mortar firing down, and I imagine also the section to join in any moment soon. So decides he wanted to. Folks, they're getting blasted by the AC Mark III. Troops in the south thing around here with the Cromwell and mortar fire here from Refero from the British Army, showing their hands what for. Firefly's almost done.
Ready for orders.
26 kills. Firefly.
Sherman Firefly complete.
Folks, they're getting blasted. Mortar fire raining down. Trying to snuff out those hands, those filthy jerrys. Sexton firing here. Ooh, not amazing hit, but not bad either. Direct hit on the King Tiger there, closing in veterans to 1. Firefly's ready alongside the Balancer to blow apart the King Tiger. He's attempt to crack it up north here. AC with sap support going to do here with the northern point again.
We have 200 points now.
Quick pan fast off though. 200 versus 271. For now it's now the one with Victor Pond lead here at Refero. King Tiger Balancer going for it. Firefly there joining in the front. Tulip rockets here. King Tiger down to half health. Heavy damage there to VonIvan's König Tiger. Machine gun support taking losses there. We got a Kidnap opening up. Throwing in the smoke from there to allow troops to advance in the centre victory point. Not bad. In the south north here. Point being repaired. Cromwell hanging about. He could try and I guess flank about, I suppose, some way or the other. King Tiger falling back with half health. Close to veterans 1 though. Met a overwhelming hailstorm of firepower there from Refero. The north AC moving in there with support, more sections on the way there for Refero to replace the losses he suffered against those Star-City Jazz. The Kedhook and the Van or Firefly, need to be careful with that one. Need to be very careful. 19 kills on the mortar placement. Grenade from Kholodny wipes it. And there you go, destroys Kholodny, denying it to VonIvan, to the German army. AC added again there, 15 kills, forced to fall back, can't quite close the deal there. I feel like the Cromwell could be a bit more accurate. It's probably be better if he used the Cromwell up north and kept the AC down south to cover the territories there. Jagdpanzer for VonIvan, hello! You're just seeing a lot of stuff that on average do not see a lot of usage. Including a reasonably well handled King Tiger actually. That's also kind of rare to be honest. Oh, snap! Glass straight for the Firefly, and there we go, down it goes!
Lost its swines, just knocked out a vehicle.
Oh dear! That's why you don't have your Fireflies for spearheading. Nice to take that there with VonIvan. Quite the blow there to Refero. He thought the Goliaths were gone, he thought. But the Goliaths are never truly gone. Never. Jagdpanzer out there, or Panzerjäger, or Panzer 4-70V. Was technically the official designation. It's only the one with the regular 700 gun that's actually known as the Jagdpanzer 4. Later ones were called the Panzer 4-70, which I believe was an attempt to fool the Allies into thinking the Germans actually managed to mount the Panther's gun, the regular Panzer 4, just with a turret, rather than creating a tank destroyer version. Now the Jagdpanzer moving up here, they're engaging. Cromwell under fire. Troops taking loss from mortar fire. Cromwell needs to get away. Sending a grenade off into the trench. 187 is 249. Troops being around here. Fultz is pushing ahead here. Machine gun Fultz is covering the northern part of the victory point here. Artillery fire raining down. Wiping out one of VonIvan's Fultz going to this squads. Artillery fire being launched as well here by the priest. 12 kills. 13 kills. Brutal bloodletting continues up north here. Sappers going for the victory point there. Sappers AC hanging about here as well. King Tiger on the move with veterans 1, 4 kills. All in service of Deutschland. Right now, Refero does lack sympathy and punch some serious holes into it, so he's going to have to play really smartly or get lucky. Or, get a tank destroyer. Fultz almost taken out in the trench in the centre. 246 versus 147. Morton placement finally bites the dust, relieving some of the pressure on VonIvan's head. Up north, he's here going for the looks. Can he finally take it out? Can he end this tiny tank terror? Looks like it. And the looks explodes. VonIvan's just down now to 3 Fulton discords, a Vickers, a Yak. Where's the name for the 4 years? A Vickers, Yak Pans, and a King Tiger. Refero with 2 sections, 3 sappers, an anti-tank gun, a Cromwell, a Sexton, a Valentine, and an AC. So right now, Refero's actually got the larger force here versus VonIvan. So he also may have a bit more initiative, but of course VonIvan's got the victory point lead over Refero. Refero's Valentine tank with 30 kills. You can see why Relic decided, to cap them at 1. They're quite effective for a calling tank. Troops are healing, enforcing. Bit of quiet there. Fulton is routed, 32 kills. 164 versus 246. VonIvan, despite having a smaller force, is still able to control the field quite nicely. It's much more, dynamic in that sense compared to Refero, who's doing things a bit more set piece like. And of course, he's got the King Tiger, which is obviously, I imagine, also destroying a lot of Refero's tanking imagination. Grenade off here on the Fulton. It is close one there, actually. He almost had nailed VonIvan's movements there with a grenade. Grenade return the section. Fire rain down the centre. He's hoping, I think, to dislodge the King Tiger with the artillery, and seems to actually be working out there. Nice. Yak pantsing southwards. 143 versus 246. The fight continues. Cromwell rushing southwards. Will Refero go for another Firefly with aim for Comets or Churchills? What will Refero do to end the King Tiger menace? But there, Yak Pan's running up. Misses? What on earth, Jürgen? Second misses as well. 129 versus 246. Sab assaulted there. Whatever will Refero do? There we go. Armoured column heading southwards. Panzer on the way there for VonIvan. He's going to go straight over the Yak Panzer with his armour. Though, of course, he could leave himself open to a counterattack from the north by the King Tiger. Stopped here by Fulton with his screen in the Yak Panzer. But they need support as well. He can can't as easily push through. And he lacks some to push into the north as well. Fulton's defending there nicely. Sexton is close to being able to barrage again, except of course if he uses the concentrated Sexton barrage, but he doesn't quite seem keen on that one. King Tiger Moon leaving the centre victory point unguarded. We got 101 versus 246. Clock is ticking against the Refero rather than for him as it did previously. Northern point seized, but he needs the northern victory point, which is a bit more closely guarded. 33 killed. King Tiger hammering away there. 9 kills. Grenade off. Very nice. Firefly's almost done. Go for the target trap. Maybe they're going to hear fire from the King Tiger and the Panther. VonIvan here realizes what the main threat is. In this case, could very well be the AC with his ability to immobilize a tank. King Tiger shoots an anti-tank and misses. Panther down to half health. 66 versus 246. Anti-tank guns opening up in the King Tiger. Less than half health here. Anti-tank grenade off. Damage engine up north here. Fight for the point is holded by the Vickers machine gun, defending it nicely. Quick weather for VonIvan. Artillery fire raining down. He's hoping to take out the King Tiger. Center point there still not being napped. He's down to 54. Refero's lack of infantry is hurting him. Valentine's moving ahead here. What is Refero planning with it? 6 pounder going up. They could take out the Panther 4 here before VonIvan realizes what's going on. Oh, might be able to make it away. No, didn't. King Tiger's almost down to artillery. Main gun is out. Engine is out. The only thing that's keeping that one together is swearing. 35 points left. Refero still has a larger force, but it's not quite sure if he's offensively minded, so he's going to have to coax it a bit harder here to push against him.
The new engineer section is waiting for orders.
AC finally went down.
We've just lost.
Firefly's moving southwards here. Shot bounced off the King Tiger. Need to take out the Yak Panzer though. Panzer off the Firefly. Betchny 2 Yak Panzer. Very nice there for VonIvan. Yak Panzer down. Malak of Infantry still 19 points left. Has a 246. Can he seize the points? He lacks infantry though. Firefly down to Panzerfaust. King Tiger's massive Hulk is being hauled back to the base. 9 points left. Northern Point being seized.
My lord, a tank's been lost.
Will Refero pull off one hell of a comeback here, or will VonIvan somehow win this, even as his forces are being broken into the dirt? By Refero's sheer weight of firepower, 38 kills in the Valentine. 38 kills. You'd think that was the King Tiger, but no. VonIvan wins this, but just sufficiently stalling. Even his forces are being shattered. He holds the line for the fatherland and wins a fight that certainly highlights what an aggressive player can do with enough infantry and some good flanking. Also shows how resilient the Brits can be, despite Refero suffering constant wipes. He was still in the fight. He lost so many sections. He also bounced back, and certainly shows, I think, somewhat the resilience of the British. So that was, certainly also a good highlight of that. But in the end, Refero, I think, at times was too passive. Could have been more aggressive, a bit more, active in seeking out fights with VonIvan, and probably could have flanked a bit more. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. Hope it gave some gears from matches. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.